So a couple weeks ago, right-wing person Laura Loomer, I don't even know what to refer to her as, she came out and she said, look, the Republican Party is a Nazi problem. And if we don't understand it, if we don't get rid of the Nazi problem, then we're going to get crushed in future elections. And of course, she was absolutely right. One of the few times she's ever been right. But here's the thing. Laura Loomer and her statement about the bigotry and all that in the Republican Party was actually even more correct than I think anybody knew about. Because this week, a new survey came out from the conservative think tank, the Manhattan Institute. Okay. And I'm saying that it's a conservative think tank, so it's not some liberal think tank trying to trash Republicans. It's not some left-wing pollster out there. It was conservatives taking a survey of their own party to find out how many racists do we have in this party. And it turns out the answer to that is a shockingly high number of racists. I'm not talking about like 3 or 4% of Republicans are racist. I am talking over 30%, in some instances over 40%, admitting, yeah, I'm pretty effing racist. Let me read you this. A total of 34% of Republican survey respondents between the ages of 30 and 49 answered, I am such person, when asked for their views on individuals who openly express racist views. So 34% of Republicans aged 30 to 49 were asked the question, what do you think of people who openly express racist views? And 34% were like, well, that's me. You're talking about me now. I'm the racist. 34% of 30 to 49-year-old Republicans say, yep, that's me. And then they just move on like, yeah, I'm racist. What? Only 3% of Republicans over the age of 65 admitted, I am such a person, which, let's be honest, over 65-year-old Republicans, way more than 3% of you are racist. But the survey found that overall, a majority of the current Republican Party rejects openly racist individuals, with 36% stating that these individuals are not welcome and do not represent what they stand for, and 16% saying the party can try to get their votes if it's useful, but they should not be in positions of power and leadership. Okay, I don't know about you, but that's actually not a majority. Because only 36% say, hell no, get rid of the racists, we don't want them. And then 16% were like, well, they shouldn't hold power, but if we need their votes, come on. We can court the racists. We just can't elect the racists. Well, oopsie-doo, too late for that for you guys. So it's not 52% that say we don't need racists. It's only 36% that say we don't need them because 16% say, well, I'm not racist, but, and anytime you add that but, that's when things get a little tricky, right? Don't worry though. It gets worse. The Manhattan Institute found that younger Republicans are more likely to identify as someone who expresses anti-Semitic views, with 18% between the ages of 18 and 29, 27% between the ages of 30 and 29 answering, I am such person. Only 5% of Republican respondents between the ages of 50 and 64 and 2% over the age of 65 answered, I am such person. So, the Republicans don't just have a Nazi problem, as Laura Loomer had said, they have an anti-Semitism problem. And just in general, they have a gigantic racist problem. When the amount of people openly identifying as racist people in your party crashes beyond the double-digit threshold and into the dozens of percentage points, yeah, I'd say it's time to go ahead and flush that entire party down the toilet because it's pure excrement. Scientists recently discovered a new evolutionary trait in puppies, and it's that they cannot grow up and reach their full potential unless you subscribe to this channel. Don't do it for me, folks. Do it for little Atlas and Judge here.
Good boys. You do good. You want to say something?
No? Okay.